Well, the business of basketball, and it is big business. The NCAA tournament underway now, and a lot less productivity at work. I know you're all doing your brackets. Let's bring in Andy Serwer, managing editor of Fortune, to talk about all of this. Andy?
Hang on, I'm busy. I'm looking at my brackets. No. It is. I mean, you know that movie. There was a movie, Love in Basketball. How about money in basketball?
Big money.
Big money, and it keeps getting bigger. You know what's interesting to me, Poppy, is everyone talks about how the Internet is making business on television, entertainment events, fragmenting things. This event keeps getting bigger and bigger, and actually it's because of the Internet in part.
Well, it's true, because everyone is paying for and online for their brackets, and they're following it closely online, and then they're turning to TV to watch the games. And the NCAA has this idea, Andy, of possibly increasing the number of teams that make the tournament from 64 up to 96.
Yeah, I don't know how great an idea that is. I mean, I think 64 is a pretty good number. You've got the NIT tournament, which is the tournament of losers, some people call it.
Hey,
I'm sorry about
my
that.
Golden Gophers have been in that tournament
Everyone's
before.
team's been in that one. Interesting, you know, CBS paid $6 billion for this tournament, Poppy. You know, tens of millions of people watch this online and on TV. And the network gets millions and tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars every year.
Right.
Big sponsors include AT&T, Coca-Cola, Capital One. I think Hewlett-Packard's involved. So, you know, all the big names in corporate America trying to associate themselves with this event.
Do you think, Andy, that this tournament shows us that college sports may in some way be the future? Because you got a lot of folks that just don't like going to professional games, NBA games. You got all the promotions and all the ads and all of this. And then when you look at college ball, it's sort of a different sense. Some people seem to relate to it a little better, like it a little more, pay off more for the sponsors.
And I think the reason why is because there's nothing like your old school. I mean,
That's true.
everyone really roots for where they went to college, or where their dad went to college, or where their sister went to the college. And, you know, it's not like a pro team. I mean, you know, you move to Jacksonville, all of a sudden you're a Jaguars fan. Well, you know, what does that really mean? But, you know, if you went to Syracuse, you're an Orange fan. You know, I was out in Silicon Valley a couple weeks ago, and we were sitting around a table, I think at Symantec, and we started talking about March Madness, and everyone had their team because of where they went to school, even though they were from all over the country, and, you know, it got into this heated dialogue right away. And so it's very real.
And that's what this does to business productivity, no matter whether you're sitting at, at the table with the CEO, as I'm sure you were, or whether, you know, you're an entry-level worker, right? It really affects productivity in the office.
Yeah, you know, well, listen, I mean, you know, we got to do something at work besides, you know, plot away all the time. And, I mean, I think it also speaks to multitasking. Can you have two windows open at once on your computer? Don't tell your boss, but everyone does. And so, you know, it's the kind of thing that gets people together, and the online component with, you know, the brackets is absolutely huge.
Does this business of sports, if you will, the business of basketball for now, get bigger, Andy? Does it continue to get bigger? Do you see any roadblocks for it?
I think it gets bigger, and I don't think they necessarily have to make the field bigger to do that, because, you know, you can have the international component, even though it's not quite as strong as the pro teams. But, you know, more and more people get drawn into it every year, and, you know, again, it's who's your team, and I guess that brings us to the question for you.
Team?
Who's your team? Who are you rooting for?
Is it a hard guess, Andy?
The Golden Gophers of Minnesota?
Go Gophers!
And is that the team that you want to win, or the team that you think is going to win,
or
both?
I mean, I am through and through Minnesota, so not only do I think we're going to win, I know we're going to win.
So in your bracket, you have Minnesota becoming the national champions.
All the way.
Wow, okay.
Watch it happen.
That's true.
What about you?
Maryland Terrapins, that's my team, but I have them winning a few games, and then I have Kentucky winning the whole thing.
See, I don't think you can be a real fan if you don't stand by your team all the way, Andy. It's kind of like a traitor.
Yeah, okay, all right. I guess you could see it that way. I guess people in Maryland are not going to be happy with me. People in Kentucky are happy with me, though.
That's true. Go Gophers.
All right.